beautiful yard with flowers and dogs, which you should be enjoying. But you steady going back to the hood to prove what? What you would have to do to protect those chains and to protect the thing, to brag about being in the hood. If somebody approached you, you would have to kill that person or hurt that person. Is that correct?
I don't see your point.
The point is, why would you put yourself at risk when you have a family to brag like that about being in the hood? If somebody saw you online and ran up on you and you do something to them, you will be going to prison, leaving your wife and your children. Why would you go to the hood when you got nice flowers like that? And
first of all, for one, I live in the hood. For two, I have family in the hood. For three, God made this earth spacious enough for me to travel through wherever I decide to go. So whether you have jewelry on or you just traveling and you have a glow to you as a person, sometimes when I travel, just like when you travel, some people may recognize you, they may not. I'm not going to stop going to the hood based off of what somebody feel about me. That's not going to happen. That's for one. For two, I don't have a point to prove to anybody, but at the same time, I'm going to defend myself if I have to. But I mean, the reality of it is this conversation shouldn't really be based on whether I'm going back to the hood or not.
But it's the way that you're going to the hood, though. You're going to the hood with chains on. You going to the hood saying, yeah, I can go to my hood. I can do this. I can do that. That's braggadocious.
Let me explain something.
You would have to hurt the person that come up to you in the hood. You a real street cat, right? So you know there's rules and regulation to the hood. You don't make yourself look like food in the hood. I can't be in a blood neighborhood wearing blue. There's rules and regulations to the street, and you going back to your hood while you're a grown ass man with children. And if you're in the hood with that many flowers, that's a nice ass hood. With that fish tank and that nice stuff you got, if that's the hood,
that's not the hood. That's not the hood.
I'm talking about where your family is. That's where you should stay. Because what you would have to do in order to brag like that with chains on, you would have to hurt someone, which would take you away from your family.
Hold up for a second. I'm trying to figure out. So you basically talking to me about me going to the hood with chains on. I think that you way too articulate as a man. You're way too smart as a man to be talking about whether I'm going. Our conversation shouldn't be based off of whether I'm going back to the hood with chains on.
That's not what I don't get that. That's okay. Let me explain.
And like I said, as a man, I apologize to you. I apologize to you as a man.
I understand the apology, but look, hold your wrists up. Hold your wrists up. That right there makes you a target in the hood. And what you know what makes me
hold up. You know what makes me a target in the hood?
Also makes you a target.
Hold up. You know what makes me a target in the hood? Because I hear you breaking down like I'm glorified going to jail. But do you realize that I got beef with every major rapper because I talk about the poison that they spew out from speakers? Do you realize when I go down to Harlem, I got beef with damn near everybody down there? Damn near every gang I speak out against, every gang. How you say gang? I speak out against all that shit. All of that. Everything that's going on in the hood with all these young boys killing each other, these parents sitting up in the park drinking Hennessy while their kids are shooting up the block. I've been speaking about all that. So my whole thing is, me personally, like I said, if your message, which I respect the fact that you got in Charlemagne's ass, I respect it. I don't rock with that, man. I don't rock with nobody that take pussy. Nobody. But at the end of the day, I stirred this pot up. So as a man, I could apologize and say, you know what? I came at the brother first because I was raised. But my whole thing is like, I mean, if we're going to build, I'm not really building about whether I'm going to be in the hood with jury, because I'm going to be in the hood with jury.
Okay.
Well,
so
I feel
that's what I'm saying. Let's expound on that, though.
Right.
Is it not true that if somebody run up on you by yourself with jury on, what would you have to do to that person? So
if somebody ran up to me, if somebody ran up to me while I got my jury on and they tried to take my jury, it's going to be an all-out war.
So why put yourself in that situation at 44 with flowers, a fish tank, kids, and a wife?
Why put myself in that situation?
Yes, sir.
Do you ask them rappers why they put themselves in that situation?
Yes, sir, I did. I said that earlier today. I said some of these rappers, a lot of these rappers should not even have friends because all they do is get the people around them killed by their mouth and get the people around them arrested because they talk tough and they get kids from these neighborhoods like me and you are from that don't know trades and don't know skills, but they know how to harm people and they don't know the results of and the consequences of what happened. 15, 16 years old, these boys are killers. And they're doing it at the direction of bad OGs and bad pussy ass rappers. And I'm saying the things that you're saying and the glorification of going to prison, you started speaking about men in jail.
You hold up.
This is my opinion. Hold on.
You got my message.
Your opinion. You cannot argue an opinion. This is my opinion. And then when
you took what I had to say the wrong way.
Okay, it can't be the wrong way if it's an opinion. We got to get people to understand what an opinion means. This is not based in fact. This is my opinion based on what I heard you say. So let me get it out. My opinion, and I took it this way, so therefore other people can take it this way. You talked about gangsters, and you said it in a way that made it look like you was glorifying being in jail, being around other dudes that was in jail and got busy, because you said there was no names behind me. So what does that tell young youth? That they need to be, don't be the guy who went to the NBA and became a basketball player, because that's success. Whether I scored 6.1 point, my mama was on a golf course. Don't be the guy that put your mama on the golf course. Be the guy that go to prison and have your mama send him some money. Is that what you're telling the youth?
Hell no, that's not what that's how you took what I said. But so that's not what I was saying.
Okay, go ahead.
That's absolutely not what I was saying.
You got the
what I was saying. All right. So what I was saying, just to make it clear, right? What I was saying is when I say don't compare me, like for example, I also mentioned Styles P, right? And what Styles P was saying was how civilians are not snitches. So everybody was in my DM sending me that. And my whole thing is I've been saying this for like 4 years on YouTube. Why does it take for a rapper to say the same thing that I'm saying? Just like a lot of the things that you're that you're saying is the same thing that I'm saying. So when I'm saying don't compare me to somebody in the NBA, it's no disrespect to you. It's just basically saying that your struggle and my struggle was totally different. I'm not glorifying the prison life. I'm just saying I had to go through the hellfire. At 18 years old, you was rich. I wish that I could have sent my mother off and bought my mother a house instead. At 18 years old, I was in jail for murder, and my mother had to move out of Bronx River to Far Rockaway to get away from the crime scenes. So I'm not sitting up there saying that I'm glorifying that. I'm just saying that the path that you took, which was a good path, and the path that I took was a different path. So when people be comparing, like my options and your options was totally different. It's what I was trying to say.
How can you say that? You can't come to that conclusion. There's no options. It's decision making and behavior. My behavior was different than yours, so I got different outcomes. You got to start telling kids the truth. That if you glorify street life, you get a big homie, and you look up to men and worship men that rock nigga snot box, then you can go to prison. And if you look up to basketball players, you can go to the NBA and put your mother on a goddamn golf course. So to say it in the way that you said it made it seem like you were better than someone who went to the NBA because you were no. But I'm just saying, and this is the thing, no one can ever be right with you because you also say on one end, there's no celebrities talking this real. There's no celebrities saying what I'm saying. And then when one say what you're saying, you get mad because you've been saying it. So which one is it? Do you want celebrities to talk like you're talking? Or do you, because that's what you want, right? You said celebrities need to stand up for the community and be real. So once they do that, you have an out. You double talking because then you can say, well, that celebrity ain't connected to us and he ain't real. He ain't been to jail and all this other bullshit because you really want the shine for everything. It's not about the shine. It's about the message. I could have not let people share my YouTube videos. And at the time I'm having the hottest week, I could have took that money from that week and left the internet, just like all the Black Lives Matter people did. I could have did that. You're inserting things about somebody that you don't even know. That's ignorance. You said I took an oath. You said MJ was elbowing me. You said all these things that you know nothing about. And all that to a black man. And you're a Muslim brother. And white folks have been using black people to it. I'm not afraid of no white man. You know why? They can't do shit right now in America. We are talking about each other. You talked about a man you don't know, and I believe it's for YouTube algorithms, because it seems like you have a stick. You beef with the guy, then you apologize, but you done made the money you made, but you done connected yourself with a person.
Hold on, let me stop you for a second.
You've been talking about my money
hold up.
the entire time.
Hold up.